We bought the place in 2002. We sold our place up in Keokea to our dear friend Oprah Winfrey, and that allowed me to be able to buy this 1,000 acres. And since then, we've bought the neighboring parcels. It's a big business in a small way. Close to 16,000, 17,000 trees. I had no background in MacNuts at all. I'd been a farmer. I was born and raised on a farm in Illinois. So I knew how to operate equipment. I knew how to farm. I knew the basics. But this was much deeper than that. There's one of our 3 million bees on the property that's helping cross-pollinate. Thank you very much. You really need to be an arborist, a botanist, because it's more than just getting the nuts off the ground and bringing them back in. The trees talk. I mean, they basically are telling us what they want and need. And if they can't get what they want and need, they just say, I'm not bearing any fruit this year. There's a compacting wheel that we use to compact the soil in between the trees. We are not only sustainable, we recycle everything that we use on this farm. The first step of the shelling process is that we have to strip the husk off. Well, the husk is half of the weight and creates a big volume of compost for us. We dry slowly in the shell for a 7 to 10 day period of time. And at that point, we have found we have about a half a point to a point of moisture or less in the shell. Well, meanwhile, it's not denigrated the quality or the oils in the nut. We're the only MacNut shelling operation on the island, and one of the first to get automated in the state. We basically had to recreate a lot of our own products that we wanted to do. So we've even got a patent on our rock sorting machine. You see an orchard spreader, the red and white, it's full circle. When I ran away from the farm at 15, I swore I would never go back to farming. But after spending 30 years in business, I still own a very large computer company on the mainland. After I'd opened up in Beijing, our first international office, I went, I'm not the right guy to be trying to be a master to two. And this is where I'm at peace. We're off-grid on everything. We drilled our own well on photovoltaics since the day we moved here. We've never used the municipal resources. Why are we shipping in some 80–90% of our food? Yeah. If you want to talk about culture, culture should be what are we doing to take care of our people and make this whole island self-sustainable. We're partners in this. I mean, you know, from farm to table, it's got to be united. I mean, we can't be supplying food that isn't of quality for you to be able to sustain that message. And if it's not quality food, what are we doing? We will find a way to make sure we're supplying the crops that we can supply and utilize every square bit of this land in an effective, meaningful way and put back into that same land so that that can stay sustainable.